Hey guys, welcome to this week's episode of Wrestling Pops with me, Michael. On this week's episode of Wrestling Pops, we're going to talk about one of my favorite wrestling superstars of all time, Daredevil. Super charismatic in his own way, kind of quiet, jumps in off of anything possible. Basically, it's Jeff Hardy. Maybe my clues were bad, who knows? But it's Jeff Hardy. That's what this week's episode is about. Jeff Hardy. So, Michael, why is Jeff Hardy your favorite wrestler? Oh, well, thanks, other Michael, for asking that question. Jeff Hardy is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time for many different reasons. 1, great tag team with the Hardy Boys. 2, Daredevil match, jumping off stuff. And 3, I also like when he went through the whole face paint area where he was basically just dripping in that glow-in-the-dark paint. But really, specifically, I want to focus on one part of Jeff Hardy's whole gimmick in wrestling. And that is his entrance. Now, Jeff Hardy, they have a pretty recognizable theme song to wrestling fans at this point. You hear that, you know either the Hardy Boys or Jeff Hardy's going to come out. And with that, you know, the place is already going nuts, which kind of gives you goosebumps watching it. I know it does me. But then you see Jeff Hardy comes out and kind of does one of these motions. He swoops, kind of slides in. And then, the Hardys, they throw up the double guns. What I think makes me pop, what makes me laugh enjoy Jeff Hardy's entrance, is because he literally just, and everybody thinks it's cool. What? Imagine me just doing this now was kind of embarrassing, but me going into a public place and I was like, hey guys, check out my dance moves. Yeah, I probably would not get the same reaction Jeff Hardy does. Yeah, thank you for booing me wherever these boos are coming from. Jeff Hardy's entrance is, really cool, the music, everything. But it makes me laugh because it's one of those wrestling things where if he does it anywhere else, it's not like, what is that? That's so goofy. But it's also Jeff Hardy, and that's what makes him cool. He just has that charisma where he can do no wrong, kind of. The sleeves with the holes in them. The wife beater, which, same thing. I feel like if you wear a wife beater out in public, it's like, what? Like, what are you doing? But Jeff Hardy can get away with it. And like I mentioned, the whole era where he painted it, he does the painted face, but it was kind of different now than he did in the early 2000s. It would literally be dripping off of him all the time. Wonder how the wrestlers enjoyed that, working with him in the ring. So, Jeff Hardy, one of my favorite superstars of all time, for all the reasons I mentioned before in the video. But thank you again for watching another episode of Wrestling Pops. I greatly appreciate it. I would also greatly appreciate if you would hit the subscribe button on our YouTube. Go back and watch any previous video from Wrestling Pops, Hey Dan, What's This, or 10 Minutes with Tanner. On top of that, you can check us out on Spotify, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Did I forget any? Oh yeah, now we have a TikTok. Follow us there as well, at the Deep Culture Podcast. So once again, thanks for watching. I'll see you again next week.